I'm really keen to see a shift towards electric vehicles, and it was good to see the announcement last week of a £2 million investment in a network of electric car charging points around Wales. It's a direct result of negotiations by Plaid Cymru to get that included in the Welsh budget for next year. Now, I've also been able to raise this in the National Assembly. Dwi yn edrych ymlaen am y chwyldro mewn defnydd o geir Trydan, ond dydy'r chwyldro na ddim am allu digwydd heb bod y Llywodraeth wirioneddol yn dangos uchelgais a rhoi strategaeth mewn lle mwyn wneud yn siŵr yn bod ni'n paratoi'r is-adeiledd ar gyfer y chwyldro yna. So £2 million, it's a good start, but let's now move towards the revolution. Anyway, I've been talking to one EV enthusiast here in Llangefni who's taken matters into his own hands. This man here, Tom Last, Tom, is an electric car aficionado. It has a very nice Tesla Model S that I'm very jealous of. But he's also got here the only public charge point in Llangefni. You didn't know that we had a public charge point in Llangefni. Well, because nobody else had done it, you did it, Tom, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when I bought the car, the government gives me enough money to put a charger in at home, free of charge, and I use the charger at home. At work, I wanted the ability to have charging at work as well. And so we decided as a company that we would put in a charger initially for our own use and looking at changing our own vehicles to electric, but didn't see any reason why we wouldn't help push the sort of adoption of EVs. So we put in a good high capacity 22 kilowatt charger, which is nice and fast for a destination charger, so that anybody else could use it. Simple as.
Oh, that's clever.
And that's it, really. This car will just start charging itself.
So when you're at work in 2 or 3 hours,
I can plug in the morning, and by lunchtime I get a text from the car saying I'm full.
You get a text from the car?
Yeah, and,
nice.
And it's got between 250 and 300 miles of range. Tesla's not made a profit yet because every penny it makes gets ploughed back in. There's now something like 8,000 Teslas in the UK. You only have to look at countries like Norway, where 50% in December, 50% of new vehicles were electric or hybrid. You know, and yet we're down at something like 3 or 4%, probably even less than that, actually, I don't know the figures.
And I've raised it in the Assembly a few times, you know, just asking government, go on, start to make a real investment. We can make Wales, can't we, an electric vehicle country? We're small enough that we can build a network.
I think Wales is in a really good position because, as you say, it's small enough that you could make a big difference. So one of the nice things about the Tesla is effectively it's a computer on wheels, and there's really only two buttons. There's a button there to open the glove box, and there's a button there to turn the hazards on, and really those are the only two buttons. Everything else is controlled through this 17-inch touchscreen, and then you've got all the controls for with the suspension. I can change the suspension levels on the car. I can change all the driving, the acceleration level, whether it's on standard or chill. This is not a performance vehicle. Yeah. The performance vehicles have ludicrous mode and insane mode. And you know, the performance version of this will do 0 to 60 in about 2.3 seconds. Gosh. As long as I'm in possession of the key, there's nothing else to do. Yeah. The car is ready. I've got a stalk over here, a little bit like an automatic: park, reverse, neutral and drive. But there are no gears. Yeah. There's one gear. There's a single ratio gear. Right. So I just push it down to go into drive. And there you go. And we move away.
In silence.
In silence, yes.
But apart from it being a lovely car, it obviously just feels like a
normal car. Somebody asked me the other day, how do you deal with the fact that electric motors are full of power instantly? Yeah. And I said, well, you know, you don't have to have 100% of the power. Yeah. You know, he'd heard that the difference between electric motors and fossil fuel engines was that, you know, a fossil fuel engine you need to rev in order to get a reaction, whereas electric is, goodness me, it's instant torque. And I said, well, you know, you've still got an accelerator. You don't have to put your foot all the way down.
It is incredible, actually, when you feel that torque. Here we go. Wow! We're not saying that every electric vehicle will be like this.
No. And one of the reasons for Tesla was that Elon Musk said, look, you know, we want to make sure that people understand that electric vehicles don't have to be boring. They don't have to look quirky, and they don't have to be boring. So he built the original Roadster. Okay, there were only 500 or so of them ever made, but people realised that actually electric vehicles could be exciting and they could be innovative and they could look just like a normal sports car, but boy, could they really go.
Yeah.
And the idea of the Model S and the Model X was it was a build on from that, saying, okay, so this car isn't a boring car, it's a you can actually get a 7-seat version, it's a 7-seat family sedan or saloon for us. And you know, it can do everything that a normal Jaguar or BMW 7 Type or A5, A6 Audi can do, but it can do it with 0 tailpipe emissions. It has adaptive cruise control. I pull it once and I'm now in adaptive cruise control mode. I'm set to go to 70. This vehicle in front is obviously not doing 70. My car's seen him. You can see his little icon appear on the dash, and we're now matching him for speed. If I indicate, I can pull out and the car will accelerate to pass it. If I pull twice on this stalk, we're now in autopilot. On autopilot, as you can see, the sides of the roads have gone blue. So what this is doing is using a camera system up here to look forward, ultrasonics out the side, and it can see the road. And it can say, okay, I can see the white lines, and I still keep my hands on the wheel, but I'm not doing the turning. And as you can see, as we go up here,
it's doing the steering.
It's doing the steering for me. Wow. And also, if I indicate now, it'll wait till it's clear, and then it's pulling in for me now.
There we are. I've had a drive. It's wonderful, but the party's not over yet, Tom.
No, so one of the benefits of the Tesla is all this autonomous vehicle hardware that comes with the car. Some of it's enabled already, some of it will be enabled in the future. But you can see things like the cameras here. Yeah. It's got ultrasonic sensors all over the vehicle. As I said before, the vehicle is effectively a computer with a motor. And one of the things you can do is you can use the summon function. And summon, excuse me for a second, you can use to put the car into parking spaces that you can't get into and out of yourself.
So there's nobody in that car. This is like James Bond. I think that's a tidy place to end. Tom, not everybody's going to get a Tesla. These cost a bit of money, right? But in terms of the technology, the electric drive, we've got to move in this direction as quick as we can.
I mean, we began with a plug-in hybrid, the Outlander over there, which is sort of I feel like a gateway drug to a full electric vehicle. And I think, you know, in 5 years' time, there'll be no question. The majority of vehicles sold will be electric vehicles. For many reasons that we've spoken about. I'm lucky enough to have an EV, a full battery EV at this stage, and I would never go back to anything with a fossil fuel engine in it.
And let's make Wales an electric vehicle country. Gadewch I ni wneud Cymru yn wlad sy'n gosod stamp fel gwlad Cerbydau Trydan. Dwi eisiau yna hynna. I want one of those.